हरिओम आशा जी।
हरिओम जी हरिओम। ओम 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 श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं यो अन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादि प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम् कृष्णं नारायणं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे व्रजप्रियं कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे तथासतम् सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। रमापतिपदां भोजपरिस्फुरति मानसम् सेनापतिमहो वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम् प्रह्लादनारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासम्बरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्याम् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानि मान् परमभागवतान् स्मरामि। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदाय यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमः निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते प्रकृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यन्तव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितीर्षतान्तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय Namaste Pankajanghraye Yasya Bhagavatartha Sarvesham Bhaktidandrinam Saiva Karuna Sindhu Bodhitatma Gurur Mama Tasmai Shri Vasudevaya Dharani Surarupine Guruvayupureshaya Tubhyam Shri Gurave Namaha Shankha-chakra-gada Padma-dharini Guru-rupine Guruvayupureshaya Vasudevaya te namaha Samsara-sagare magnam Deenam hang karunanidhe Karmagraha-grihitangam Mamuddhara bhavarnavat Srimad-bhagavata-kyoyam Pratyakshah Krishna eva hi Svikritosi maya nath Muktyartham bhavasagare Manoratho madhiyoyam Saphala sarvatha tvaya Nirvighnenaiva kartavyah Dasoham tava keshava Shukarupa prabodhatnya Sarvashastra visharada Etat katha prakashena Madhyānam vināṣaya Pītāmbaram karavirajiта chakrashankham Kaumodaki sarasijam karunā samudram Radha sahayamati sundaramandahasam Vātālayeshamanisham hudi bhāvayami Vātālayeshamanisham hudi bhāvayami. Pronounced it aloud. Pronounced to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana session. We have completed the first canto, entered the second canto, and we have seen first 4 chapters. We are in the fifth chapter. We have seen 1 to 20 verses, out of which 9 to 20 verses we have not seen the meaning, which we will read today. And I will chant to those 9 to 20 verses, complete our backlog, which didn't happen in the last class, and then start today's class with 21st verse. Okay. So whatever we chanted now was were the Dhyana shlokas of Bhagavad Mahapuran. So there are a couple of new who have joined today. Shailaja ji, Smita ji, thank you for joining. So I have forgotten to post the Dhyana shlokas for you all today. So after the session I'll post. So we chant first all that and we straight away start from where we had left. At last class of the 5th chapter, 2nd canto, 9 to 20 verses, we have not read the meaning. So for reading, we are following our Gorakhpur Press only, Gita Press book only. We are following. And we do the chanting and you will slowly come to know. So if you have this Gita Press Gorakhpur's book, then with the English translation, then we are on page 102, Canto 2, Chapter 5, 9th verse on. So I'll read the meaning from there. Brahma replied, Laudable is this inquiry of yours, dear child, who are full of compassion to all, for you have thereby urged me to reveal the Lord's glory. It is not without truth either what you have spoken about me, my son, for until one has come to know him who is even greater than me, all this greatness appears as belonging to me. I seem to bring forth the universe, which stands manifested by the self-effulgent Lord, much in the same way as the sun and fire, the moon and the other planets, as well as the other stars and the lunar mansions seem to illuminate the universe, even though it stands illumined by the Lord. I bow to the same Lord Vasudeva and meditate on him. Deluded by his Maya, which is so difficult to conquer, people like you speak of me as the father of the universe. Nay, bewildered by that Maya, fools wantingly speak of the body as their self, I, and of all that belongs to it as mine, although this Maya is too shy even to stand the Lord's look. In reality, O divine sage, there is no substance other than Lord Vasudeva. neither the elements, nor karma, destiny, nor time, nor svabhava, nature, nor the individual soul. Narayana, Lord Vishnu, is the goal of the Vedas. The gods have sprung from the limbs of Narayana. The sacrifices are meant to please Narayana, and the worlds attained through such sacrifices are so many limbs of Narayana's cosmic body. Narayana is the ultimate object of all yoga, concentration of mind. All austere penance is intended to propitiate Narayana. All wisdom is directed towards Narayana, and all paths lead to Narayana. So we had marked this 15th and 16th verse for memorization, and we have just finished reading about Narayana. He, Narayana, all wisdom, sorry, he is at once the seer and the ruler, though immutable, he is all embracing. It is he who created me, and encouraged by his grace, I evolved this creation. The world is infinite and beyond the three gunas, modes of Prakriti. It is his Maya that has assumed these three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, for the purpose of creation, preservation, and destruction. Through the agency of the elements, the senses and the gods presiding over the senses, these gunas, modes of Prakriti, bind the individual soul who is subject to Maya, though ever free in essence, with the consciousness that he is the physical body, the senses and the mind, all in one. The self same God who transcends sense perception envelops himself beyond recognition with these three sheets of matter. He is the ruler of all beings as well as of myself, O Narada. Such profound words. So mark this. We were seeing how to meditate, and he was giving step by step. And now he has finally reached into taking so the cosmos as whole as Narayana itself. But in the previous chapter, we have seen a smaller part, that description, when the king had asked that about the university. So, and then of course, Shukdev's Prarthana, which all of us, all of you also must have heard and enjoyed in Veena's voice. So we finished that all in the last chapter. And now in this chapter, he's taking entirely the whole part as Lord only. So where you are going to meditate. So he's giving step by step the picture for the king's question. Which king? Parikshit. Which sage? Shukdev Maharaj. So let's read from 9 to 20 verses. ब्रह्मोवाच सम्यक् कारुणिकस्येदं वत्सते विचिकित्सितं यदहञ्चोदितः सौम्य भगवद्वीर्यदर्शने नामृतं तव तच्चापि यथा मां प्रब्रवीषि भोः अविज्ञाय परं मत्तः एतावत् त्वं यतो हि मे येन स्वरोचिषा विश्वं रोचितं रोचयाम्यहम् यथार्कोऽग्निर्यथा सोमः यथर्क्षग्रहतारकाः तस्मै नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धीमहि यन्मायया दुर्जयया मां ब्रुवन्ति जगद्गुरुं विलज्जमानया यस्य स्थातुमीक्षापथे मुया विमोहिता विकथन्ते ममाहमिति दुर्धियः द्रव्यं कर्म च कालश्च स्वभावो जीव एव च वासुदेवात् परो ब्रह्मन् न चान्योऽर्थोऽस्ति तत्त्वतः नारायण परा वेदाः देवा नारायणाङ्गजाः नारायण परा लोकाः नारायण परामखाः नारायण परो योगः नारायण परं तपः नारायण परं ज्ञानं नारायण परा गतिः तस्यापिर्द्रष्टुरीशस्य कूटस्थस्याखिलात्मनः सृज्यं सृजामि सृष्टोऽहम् ईक्षयैवाभिचोदितः सत्वं रजस्तम इति निर्गुणस्य गुणास्त्रयः स्थितिर्सर्गनिरोधेषु गृहीता मायया विभोः कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियाश्रयाः बध्नन्ति नित्यदा मुक्तं मानिनं पुरुषं गुणाः स एष भगवान् लिङ्गैः त्रिभिरेभिरधोक्षजः स्वलक्षितगतिर्ब्रह्मन् सर्वेषां मम चेश्वरः. So up till here, it was all which we had to do the last week's backlogs completed. Now let's go ahead and continue from verse number 21. Those who want to volunteer, please raise your hands. Let us start with Rajama. कालं कर्म स्वभावं च
कालं कर्म स्वभावं च
मायेशो मायया स्मया
मायेशो मायया स्वया
आत्मन्यदृच्छया प्राप्तम्
आत्मन्यदृच्छया प्राप्तम्
विबुभूषुरुपाददे
विबुभूषुरुपादते
कालाद् गुणव्यतिकरः
कालाद्गुणव्यतिकरः
गुणव्यति द्वित्वा
ओके कालाद्गुणव्यतिकरः
Gunavyati, because vya is a conjunct and una is a hasva sound. So unavya will happen. One extra verb will come. Gunavyati karaha.
कालाद्गुणव्यतिकरः
Gunav. One extra.
गुणव्यतिकरः
Correct. Parinamasvabhavataha.
परिणामस्वभावतः
कर्मणो जन्म महतः
कर्मणो जन्म महतः
पुरुषाधिष्ठितादभूतः पुरुषाधिष्ठितादभूत् महतस्तु विकुर्वाणात् ending
पुरुषाधिष्ठितादभूत् महतस्तु विकुर्वाणा
कुर्वाणा ending
कुर्वाणात्
कुर्वाणात्
ओके महतस्तु विकुर्वाणात्
रजसत्वोपबृंहितात्
रजसत्वोपबृंहितात्
तमः प्रधानस्त्वभवत्
तमः प्रधानस्त्वभवत्
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियात्मकः टु द्वित्वास् द्रव्य so dra is a dvita 3 dvitva vyajnana vya is a dvitva na kriya na is a dvitva. Whenever a conjunct is coming sanyukta akshara, if previous alphabet is a hasva swara, then the dvitva will happen. So vya before that is dra, so dravya. Nya is there, before nya is vya, which is rasva, vyatnya. Na kriyas kra is a conjunct, before that is a na, so na kriya. Dravyajnana kriyatmakaha.
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियात्मकः
Na kriyatmaka. So hankara iti proktaha. Tipro is also dvitva.
ओके सोऽहङ्कार इति प्रोक्तः
Correct. Vikurvan samabhut tridha.
विकुर्वन् समभूत् त्रिधा
वैकारिकस्तैजसश्च
वैकारिकस्तैजसश्च
तामसश्चेति यद्भिदा
तामसश्चेति यद्भिदा
द्रव्यशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः
द्रव्यशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः
द्रव्यशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः
द्रव्यशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः
ज्ञानशक्तिरिति प्रभो
ज्ञानशक्तिरिति प्रभो
प्रभो द्वित्वा तामसादपि भूतादेः
तामसादपि भूतादेः
विकुर्वाणादभून्नभः
विकुर्वाणादभून्नभः
तस्य मात्रा गुणशब्दः
तस्य मात्रा गुणशब्दः
लिङ्गय्यद्रष्टृदृश्ययोः
दृश्ययोः You want me to repeat?
Yes, the whole 21 to 25.
कालं कर्म स्वभावं च मायेशो मायया स्वया आत्मन्यदृच्छया प्राप्तं विभुभूषुरुपाददे कालाद् गुणव्यतिकरः परिणामस्वभावतः कर्मणो जन्म महतः पुरुषाधिष्ठितादभूत् महतस्तु विकुर्वाणात् रजः सत्त्वोपबृंहितात् तमः प्रधानस्त्वभवत् द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियात्मकः सोऽहङ्कार इति प्रोक्तः विकुर्वन् समभूत् त्रिधा नैकारिकास्त्रैजसश्च तामसश्चेति यद्भिदा द्रव्यशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः ज्ञानशक्तिरिति प्रभो तामसादपि भूतादिः
देहे
तामसादपि भूतादेः विकुर्वाण
देहे
तामसादपि भूतादेः विकुर्वाणादभून्नभः तस्य मात्रा गुणशब्दः लिङ्गं यदृष्टदृश्ययोः
दृश्ययोः
लिङ्गं यदृष्टदृश्ययोः.
Yes. Thank you, ma. If we have time later, I'll call you back again, but otherwise we'll start with 5 verses for all.
Sure.
Thank you. Intent upon becoming many at the dawn of creation, the Lord of Maya assumed at will, pressed into his service for the purpose of creation by his own Maya, deluding potency, time, karma, destiny of the jivas, that is, and swabhava, their innate disposition that had already existed in the latent form in his being. Time disturbed the equilibriums of the three gunas. Swabhava transformed them, and from karma was evolved Mahat, the principal cosmic intelligence. All these functioning through the power of the Lord himself. From Mahat as it underwent transformation, dominated as it was by Rajas and Sattva, emanated and evolved, which was dominated by the element of tamas, darkness, opacity, and was made up of three factors: dravya, that is substance, jnana, that is intelligence, and kriya, that is activity. This was known by the name of ahankara and became threefold as it underwent transformation. Its three varieties are vaikarika, that is sattvic, taijasika, that is rajasic, and tamasa, which are severally predominated, O Narada, by the force of jnana, kriya, and dravya. From the tamasa ahankara, the origin of these five gross elements, as it underwent transformation, was evolved ether, shabda sound, which is the subtle form as well as the distinctive characteristic of this element. And it is the sound which furnishes a clue to the seer and the seen. So, this is going back to the Tattva Bodha class. I hope you all remember. If it's not, then open Tattva Bodha one easiest way. Otherwise, just reread this paragraph by doing a flow chart. What came first? Then, of sattvic aspect, what has formed? Of tamasic aspect, what has formed? So until the flow, and not to make the flow chart in an on the book, on the side of the margins itself, the flow chart should come. So whenever we open again our Bhagavatam, that whatever we have written there, we will know against that shloka. So now we have got two margins out over there. One side we will have to write that Sanskrit thing in the flow chart format so that when we read the shloka, it would come. You all try first. If you don't succeed, then I will give as a spoon feed. But if it is not coming, then only I'll give. But if it is coming when you do it on your own, then the understanding will get better because this is the base of the Vedanta. From here only everything is spoken. And unfortunately, because we take Tattva Bodh lightly, we forget the contents of Tattva Bodh, whereas that should never be forgotten. It is something like when we come to 8th standard in the school, the secondary school, the primary is assumed, the nursery, everything is assumed that you have passed and you have come till 8. And after that, nobody is teaching you tables over there. And neither you need your fingers to count anything. It automatically comes by you are in the secondary, correct? So the Tattva Bodha is our foundation, that basic. So when we go ahead, this automatically should come. But our, sorry to say, our Swadhyaya is not strong. We don't go back to read or open, or probably the notes are not made. So I'll insist to make note over here, this flow chart, because now again, the next paragraph when we are going to read, the addition of what is going to happen next, which other Panchatan Matra is coming, then out of that what is happening, the description will increase. So it should be where the Sanskrit comes and the meaning comes, use only that kind of a margin for the flow chart with one word. Okay. So let's see. With any difficulty, do ask again. Okay. कालं कर्म स्वभावञ्च मायेशो मायया स्वया आत्मन्यदृच्छया प्राप्तं विबुभूषुरुपाददे कालात् गुणव्यतिकरः परिणामस्वभावतः कर्मणो जन्म महतः पुरुषाधिष्ठितादभूत् महतस्तु विकुर्वाणात् रजः सत्त्वोपबृंहिता तमः प्रधानस्त्वभवत् द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियात्मकः सोऽहङ्कार इति प्रोक्तः विकुर्वन् समभूत्त्रिधा वैकारिकस्तैजसश्च तामसश्चेति यद्भिदा द्रव्यशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः ज्ञानशक्तिरिति प्रभो तामसादपि भूतादेः विकुर्वाणादभून्नभः तस्य मात्रा गुणशब्दः लिङ्गयद्रष्टृदृश्ययोः. Vidyaji, next 5 verses. Nabhasoth vikurvanat. The ending.
Nabhasoth vikurvanat.
The ending. Abhut sparsha guno nilaha.
Abhut sparsha guno nilaha.
Paranvayat chabdavanscha.
Paranvayat chabdavanscha.
Prana ojasaho balam.
Prana ojasaho balam.
Vayorapi vikurvanat.
Vayorapi vikurvanat.
Kalakarma svabhavatah.
Kalakarma svabhavatah.
Udapadyata tejo vai.
Udapadyata tejo vai.
Rupavat sparsha shabdavat.
रूपवत् स्पर्श शब्दवत्
तेजसस्तु विकुर्वाणात्
तेजसस्तु विकुर्वाणात्
आसीदम्भोरसात्मकम्
आसीदम्भोरसात्मकम्
रूपवत् स्पर्शवच्चाम्भः
रूपवत् स्पर्शवच्छाम्भः
cha cha chambha ambha is water
रूपवत् स्पर्शवच्चाम्भः
घोषवच्च परान्वयात्
घोषवच्च परान्वयात्
विशेषस्तु विकुर्वाणात् the ending
विशेषस्तु विकुर्वाणात्
अम्भसो गन्धवान् अभूत्
अम्भसो गन्धवान् अभूत्
परान्वयाद् रसस्पर्श शब्दरूपगुणान्वितः no pada break
परान्वयाद् रसस्पर्श शब्दरूपगुणान्वितः
वैकारिकान् मनोजज्ञे
वैकारिकान् मनोजज्ञे
देवा वैकारिकादश
देवा वैकारिकादश
दिग्वातार्कप्रचेतोष्विवह्नीन्द्रोपेन्द्रमित्रकाः
दिग्वातार्कप्रचेतोष्विवह्नि
प्रचेतोष्वि
दिग्वातार्कप्रचेतोष्विवह्नि वह्निनन्द्रोपेन्द्रमित्र
वह्नीन्द्रो
वह्नीन्द्रोपेन्द्रमित्रका
मित्रकाः
मित्रकाः
Visarga. Now you can do the 31st one extra verse so that the topic will complete. Taijasattu vikurvanat. The ending.
तेजसात्तु
Not
विकुर्वाणात्
te. Aiki matra it is. Taijasat.
तैजसात्तु विकुर्वाणात्
Indriyani dasha bhavan.
इन्द्रियाणि दशा भवन्
Jnana shakti kriya shakti.
ज्ञानशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः
Buddhih pranascha taijasau.
बुद्धिः प्राणश्च तैजसौ
श्रोत्रन्त्वघ्राणदृग्जिह्वा वाग्दोर्मेढ्राङ्घ्रिपायवः घ्राणदृग्जिह्वा वाग्दोर्मेढ्राङ्घ्रिपायवः
श्रोत्रं दृग्जिह्वा वाग्दोर्मेढ्राङ्घ्रि पायवः from the 26th, right? नभसोऽथ विकुर्वाणात् स्पर्शगुणो निलः परान्वयाच्छब्दवांश्च प्राण ओजस्सहो बलम् वायोरपि विकुर्वाणात् कालकर्म स्वभावतः उदपद्यत्तेजो वै रूपवत् स्पर्श शब्दवत् तेजसस्तु विकुर्वाणात्. Sorry again.
The second line, first word, can you read?
उदपद्यत् तेजो वै.
So the ta is full. So udapadyata.
उदपद्यत तेजो
udapadyata.
तेजो वै रूपवत् स्पर्श शब्दवत् तेजसस्तु विकुर्वाणात् आसीदम्भोरसात्मकम् रूपवत्स्पर्शवच्चाम्भः घोषवच्च परान्वयात् विशेषस्तु विकुर्वाणात् अम्भसो गन्धवानभूत् परान्वयात् रसस्पर्श शब्दरूपगुणान्वितः वैकारिकान् मनोजग्ने देवा वैकारिकादश दिग्वातार्कप्रचेतोष्विवन्हीन्द्रोपेन्द्रमित्रकाः तैजसा तु विकुर्वाणात् इन्द्रियाणि दशा भवन् ज्ञानशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः बुद्धिप्राणश्च तैजसौ श्रोत्रं त्वघ्राणदृग्जिह्वा वाग्दोर्मेढ्राङ्घ्रि पायवः.
Thank you. So once we read the meaning, then we'll know where we are sitting. So that's Shrotra, Tva, Grana, Drug, Jiva, all our karmendriyas. Medha, Angri, Payu. Medha, organ of recreation. Payu, excretion organ. Angri, feet. Where we are getting stuck to utter the meanings of those. But we'll see now. From ether. So ether, not to take it as gas and all other, it is actually akasha. So if we will use the Sanskrit word, the meaning gets very deeper. But otherwise that ether, one. So we'll have to get into the element mode. So from ether, that is nabhasa, which is in nabhasa vikurvana. From there, as it underwent transformation, sprang up the element of air. From that what? Which is characterized by the quality to sparsho guna anilaha, anila's guna, anila vayu. From where it has come? From nabhasa. Having inherited the characteristics of its cause, that is the ether, it is further characterized by the quality of sound. Vitality, energy, zeal, and strength are only other names of air. So air, again, not just only air. So we have to take it as vayu. Then only the deeper and the expanded meaning will come. Otherwise, we'll narrow down to a substance, but it's more than that. So when you will write also, you write vayu, you write nabhas, and not ether and air. For a gross understanding, use of such word is fine, but it is deeper and it is more pervasive because there is no parallel word in English. So it sometimes loses in translation. So now we got that. That first line. Then next. From the element of air, even as it underwent transformation, under the impelling force of time as well as of destiny, an innate disposition of various individual souls was evolved fire, which is characterized by the quality of color and has also inherited the characteristic of its chains, that is sound and touch. Are you understanding? From Akasha Mahabhut, Akasha's guna is Shabda. Okay. Then from Akash Mahabhut, when Vayu is coming, Vayu is having Shabda also, but Vayu's specific characteristic is Sparsha. So from that, when fire is coming, Tej Mahabhut is coming, Tej Mahabhut will have the Shabda, will have the Sparsha, and its own characteristic, which is going to be Roop, which will come. So like that, when each Mahabhut is getting formed with the time and the destiny, transformation from the previous whatever are there, that guna, that tanmatra is going to get into the next one. So by the time it reaches Prithvi will have Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. That's why I said we'll need to open up Tattva board. And we'll find. So let's say if we have to imagine a circle and we divide that circle two halves. That means 1 line at the diameter. So this portion, which is 50%, will be of that Mahabhut quality. For example, Prithvi. So Prithvi's Gandha Guna will be 50% into it. Yeah, Gandha. And then other 50%, the other 4 will come 12.5, 12.5, 12.5%, 4. So that will be 50%. Other Guna. So Gandha is 50 and then Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa will be 12 point. I just gave a gross explanation of when in the formation, when they start mixing, when the cosmos is going to form, then everything has to be Pancha Mahabhautik. This is at the subtle level the description is happening. So that part after this is called as Panchikarana Siddhanta, where everything will have, let's say something Vayu Pradhana will be there, then Sparsha's part will be 50%, and Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha will be 12.5, 12.5, 12.5. Mean. So this Tattva Bodh we should not forget, because then the understanding will go. We'll have to remember. If you have any doubts, please do WhatsApp me. Otherwise, we'll have to reread. First, reread. Once you have doubt, WhatsApp me. Or else, I'll keep the group open. Let us discuss it in the group so that everybody answers out over there. And if anybody has made a flow chart, you can also put it over there if that is correct or wrong or whatever. Sometimes you need. So we'll just put it, I'll open the group and we'll discuss it out over there. Okay. Next. Excuse me. From the element of fire, even as it underwent transformation, sprang up water, which is characteristic by its quality of taste, rasa. And water is aap or Jalamhabu. It is further characteristic by the qualities of color, touch and sound also. The previous ones have come into it, the water, which it has inherited from its chain of causes. What were the chain of causes for water? Tej Mahabub, Vayu Mahabub, and the Akash Mahabub. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue. From the element of water, even as it underwent the transformation, came into being the earth, which is characterized by the quality of smell, Gandha, as well as the qualities of taste, rasa, color, rupa, touch, sparsha, sound, shabda, which it has inherited from the chain of causes, the cause of it. From the sattvic ego sprang up the cosmic mind. In the flow chart, please see this now. As well as the deity presiding over the same, that is moon god. Moon is the deity of mind, Tattva Bodh again. And then 10 deities severally presiding over the 5 senses of perception and 5 organs of action, Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. That is Dig Devatas, the wind god, the sun god, Varuna, the twin gods, Ashwinis, the physicians of the god of fire, Indra, Lord Vishnu as younger brother of Indra and therefore called as Upendra, Mitra, one of the 12 sons of Aditi, and Prajapati. Got it? So what where we were struggling to read. So each of these sense organs and each of these karmendriyas, they have the deity. Then this is all from the sattvic ego. Now from the rajasic ego. From the rajasic ego, as it underwent transformation, were evolved 10 indriyas, the 5 senses of perceptions, that is the auditory sense. So one is the organ, okay, and the other one is the indriya of it. Both are different. So now on this comes the indriya, not to forget, huh? When did the line went? The auditory sense, the sense of touch, So this is Karna, and the Indriya is empowering it for. So this is the gross. This is the Nas Grhana, and the power of Ghanendriya it is that we smell. So one is the organ and one is its Indriya Shakti by which that karma is possible. And the 5 organs of action, that is the organ of speech, the hands and feet, the organ of generation, and the organ of excretion. And again, the intellect, which is the faculty of cognition, and prana, the faculty of action, are also evolutes of Rajasic ego. Okay. Those who have never purchased Tattva Bodh or heard of Tattva Bodh or don't have it, it's a must have book. Those who are in Singapore, from the ashram, please buy if you don't have. Those who are elsewhere, from Chinmay Mission e-shop, you can order it. In India, it's easy. I think UK and US also has Chinmay Mission things, so where you can order from there. If you don't have Tattva Bodh, I'm assuming Tattva Bodh everybody has studied. If not, it's a must-have book. Without it, nothing can go ahead. That's the first book as a Vedanta seeker one must start with. Okay. नभसोऽथ विकुर्वाणात् अभूत्स्पर्शगुणो निलः परान्वयाच्छब्दमांश्च प्राण ओजसहो बलम् वायोरपि विकुर्वाणात् कालकर्म स्वभावतः उदपद्यत तेजो वै रूपवत् स्पर्शशब्दवत् तेजसस्तु विकुर्वाणात् आसीदम्भोरसात्मकम् रूपवत् स्पर्शवच्चाम्भः घोषवच्च परान्वयात् विशेषस्तु विकुर्वाणात् अम्भसो गन्धवानभूत् परान्वयाद् रसस्पर्श शब्दरूपगुणान्वितः वैकारिकान् मनोजज्ञे देवा वैकारिकादश दिग्वातार्कप्रचेतोष्विबन्धीन्द्रोपेन्द्रमित्रकाः ऐजसात्तु विकुर्वाणात् इन्द्रियाणि दशाभवन् ज्ञानशक्तिः क्रियाशक्तिः बुद्धिः प्राणश्च तैजसौ श्रोत्रं त्वघ्राणदृग्विजिह्वा वाग् दोर्मेढ्राङ्घ्रिपायवः. Next 5. यदैते संगता भावाः and visarga.
यदैते संगता भावाः
भूतेन्द्रियमनोगुणाः
मनोगुणाः यदायतन निर्माणे
न शेकुर्ब्रह्मवित्तम तदा संहत्य चान्योन्यम् भगवच्छक्तिचोदिताः सदसत्वमुपादाय चोभयं
ससृजुर्हदः वर्षपूगसहस्रान्ते तदण्डमुदकेशयम्
कालकर्म स्वभावस्थः जीवो जीवमजीवयत् स एव पुरुषस्तस्मात् अंडन्निर्भिद्य निर्गतः.
Couldn't hear you, Varshaji.
Sorry. अण्डन्निर्भिद्य निर्गतः
अण्डन्निर्भिद्य निर्गतः
सहस्रोर्वङ्घ्रिबाह्वक्षः
सहस्रोर्वङ्घ्रि बाह्वक्षः
सहस्राननशीर्षवान्
सहस्रानन शीर्षवान्
यस्येहावयवैर्लोकान्
यस्येहावयवैर्लोकान्
कल्पयन्ति मनीषिणः
कल्पयन्ति मनीषिणः
कट्याधिभिरधः सप्तः कट्याधिभिरधः सप्त सप्तोर्ध्वम् जघनादिभिः. So we don't pause over there.
कट्यादिभिरधः सप्त कट्यादिभिरधः सप्त सप्तोर्ध्वं जघनादिभिः.
We pause, we will have to give Usarga. If we pause, give a Visarga. We can pause. Because
Okay.
that Sapta will go with the other Sapta. And the next Sapta is going with the Urdhva Sapta. So we can pause and give a Visarga over there.
कट्यादिभिरधः सप्तः सप्तोर्ध्वं जघनादिभिः. Oh, have I done 5?
Yes.
यदैते संगता भावाः भूतेन्द्रियमनुगुणाः यदायतन निर्माणे न शेकुर्ब्रह्मवित्तम तदा संहत्य चान्योन्यं भगवच्छक्तिचोदिताः सदसत्त्वमुपादाय चोभयं ससृजुर्ह्यदः चोभयं ससृजुर्ह्यदः वर्षपूगसहस्रान्ते तदण्डमुदकेशयं कालकर्म स्वभावस्थः जीवो जीवमजीवयत् स एव पुरुषस्तस्मात् अण्डन्निर्भिद्य निर्गतः सहस्रोर्वङ्घ्रिबाह्वक्षः सहस्रानन शीर्षवान् यस्येहावय वैर्लोकान् कल्पयन्ति मनीषिणः कट्यादिभिरधः सप्तः सप्तोर्ध्वं जघनादिभिः.
Thank you, Lataji. Nikhilji for the next. Oh, next there are not 5, 6 ones. पुरुषस्य मुखं ब्रह्मा
पुरुषस्य मुखं ब्रह्मा
क्षत्रमेतस्य बाहवः
क्षत्रमेतस्य बाहवः
ऊर्वोर्वैश्यो भगवतः
ऊर्वोर्वैश्यो भगवतः
पद्भ्यां शूद्रोऽभ्यजायत
मध्यां शूद्रोऽभ्यजायत
ऊर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्याम्
भूर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्याम्
भुवर्लोकोऽस्य नाभितः
भुवर्लोकोऽस्य नाभितः
हृदा स्वर्लोकौरसा
हृदा स्वर्लोकौरसा
महर्लोको महात्मनः
महर्लोको महात्मनः
ग्रीवायाञ्जनलोकश्च
ग्रीवायञ्जनलोकश्च
तपोलोकस्तनद्वयात् द्वित्वा
तपोलोकस्तनद्वयात्
मूर्धभिः सत्यलोकस्तु
मूर्धभिः सत्यलोकस्तु
ब्रह्मलोकः सनातनः
ब्रह्मलोकः सनातनः
तत्कट्याञ्चातलं क्लुप्तम्
तत्कट्याञ्चातलं क्लुप्तम्
ऊरुभ्यां वितलं विभोः
ऊरुभ्यां वितलं विभोः
जानुभ्यां सुतलं शुद्धम्
जानुभ्यां सुतलं शुद्धम्
जङ्घाभ्यां तु तलातलम्
जङ्घाभ्यां तु तलातलम्
महातलं तु गुल्फाभ्याम्
महातलं तु गुल्फाभ्यां
प्रपदाभ्यां रसातलम्
प्रपदाभ्यां रसातलम्
पातालं पादतलतः
पातालं पादतलतः
इति लोकमयः पुमान्
इति लोकमयः पुमान्
भूर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्याम्
भूर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्याम्
भुवर्लोकोऽस्य नाभितः
भुवर्लोकोऽस्य नाभितः
स्वर्लोकः कल्पितो मूर्ध्ना
स्वर्लोकः कल्पितो मूर्ध्ना
इति वा लोककल्पना
इति वा लोककल्पना
ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे
ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे
पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम्
पारमहंस्यां संहितायां
द्वितीयस्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः हरि ओम् तत्सत्
द्वितीयस्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः हरि ओम् तत्सत् पुरुषस्य मुखं ब्रह्म क्षत्रमेतस्य बाहवः पूर्वोर्वैश्यो भगवतः पद्भ्यां शूद्रोऽभ्यजायत भूर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्यां भुवर्लोकस्य नाभितः हृदा स्वर्लोक उरसा महर्लोको महात्मनः ग्रीवायाञ्जनलोकश्च तपोलोकस्नतद्वयात् मूर्धभिः सत्यलोकस् स्नत् sorry
Say that line again.
ग्रीवायाञ्जनलोकश्च तपोलोकस्
स्तनद्वयात्
स्तनद्वयात् तपोलोकस्तनद्वयात्
Stana is breast.
Yeah. मूर्धभिः सत्यलोकस्तु ब्रह्मलोकः सनातनः
Tam.
क्लुप्तं it is true.
So there is a controversy about this. In my Sanskrit class, I had said that we will not make a sound of r and we'll say kluptam, like, and then there are some this way they say they bring a small element of r and like that r will come LRU, but we are doing. We are not expressing r out, but as though we are turning the tongue to say r, but we are not giving it the vyakti outside. So, klupta. We have this in Lalita Sahasranam. So, I think we discussed it that time.
तत्कट्यां चातलं क्लृप्तं पुरुभ्यां वितलं विभो जानुभ्यां सुतलं शुद्धम् ऊरुभ्यां वितलं विभोः जानुभ्यां सुतलं शुद्धं जङ्घाभ्यां तु तलातलम् महातलं तु गुल्फाभ्यां प्रपादाभ्यां रसातलं पातालं पादतलतः इति लोकमयः पुमान् भूर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्यां भुवर्लोकस्य नाभितः स्वर्लोकः कल्पितो मूर्ध्ना इति वा लोककल्पना ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वितीयस्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। हरि ओम् तत्सत्।
So if we will, when we are reading this, you can imagine one human form. Okay. And then when the meanings will come, which is talatal, which is rasatal, which is, so on that you can label. In a nursery school, probably we have seen a human, this is head, this is chest, this is stomach, this is knee, this is feet. In now we will write the saptalokas which are below and saptalokas which are up over there. Body is the same, but if we point I, we will not say I, we will write that loka name. When the feet will come, we will write that patala, which patala it is, which rasatala it is, that name. So when we will read the meaning, we'll come to know that it's very simple. It sounds very something we have done, but it is very simple. This is all Tattva Bodh. Okay. O Narada, the foremost among the nobles of Brahma, so long as these categories, the gross elements, the indriyas, the mind, and the three gunas or modes of Prakriti remained disassociated, they could not erect a house in the form of body. Okay. So now that Panchikarana has to happen. Then only the body can come, things in the universe can come. On them individually, they cannot do anything. Then, urged by God's power, they combined with one another and assuming between themselves the role of cause and its effect, produce both the cosmic and the individual body. The macrocosm in the form of an egg lay on the causal waters in a lifeless condition for 1,000 years. With the help of time, as well as of the destiny and innate disposition of the individual souls, however, at the end of this period, the Lord, who is life-giver of all, infused life into this egg. So whatever we heard that before, all that is not at the gross level. It is at a very subtle level. After the Panchikarana happens, that 50%, 12.5, 12.5, then only it is coming to the visible aspect. But till that Panchikarana happens, it's all in the subtle aspect. It is not visible. Bursting open, that cosmic egg issued there from the same Supreme Person, the cosmic being, with thousands of eyes, feet, arms, and eyes, and thousands of faces and heads too. It is in his limbs that the wise locate the various worlds comprised in this universe, the 7 lower spheres below his waist, and the 7 higher spheres above his hips and loins. The Brahmana, the priestly class, represents the mouth of this cosmic being. The Kshatriya, the warrior class, his arms. The Vaishyas, the trading class, emanated from the Lord's thighs, and the Shudra, the laboring and the artisan class, from his feet. The 7 subterranean spheres and the sphere of the earth are located in his lower limbs. From the feet up to the waist, the Bhuvarloka, the space between the earth and the heaven, is his navel. The Swarloka in the heart, and the Maharloka in the breast of that supreme being. Even so, Janaloka is located in his neck, Tapaloka in his breast, and the Satyaloka, the comparatively eternal abode of Brahma, in his heads. Again, the Atalaloka is located in his waist, the Vitalaloka in his thighs, the holy Sutalaloka, the abode of Prahlada, Bali, and other devotees, as well as the Lord himself as the divine dwarf, is his knees, and the Talatala is his shanks. Even so, the Mahatala is located in his ankle, the Rasatala is in the forepart of his feet, the Patala is his soles. In this way, the Supreme Person represents the aggregate of all the 14 worlds. According to another arrangement, the sphere of the earth is located in his feet, and the Bhuvarloka in his navel, and Swarloka in his head. This is how the 3 worlds are located according to this arrangement. Thus ends the 5th discourse in the book 2 of the great and glorious Bhagavad Purana, otherwise known as the Paramahamsa Samhita. Yadaite sangata bhavaha bhutendriya mano gunaha yadayatana nirmane nashekur brahma vittama तदा संहत्य चान्योन्यं भगवच्छक्तिचोदिताः सदसत्त्वमुपादाय चोभयं ससृजुर्ह्यतः वर्षपूगसहस्रान्ते तदण्डमुदकेशयम् कालकर्म स्वभावस्थः जीवो जीवमजीवयत् स एव पुरुषस्तस्मात् अण्डं निर्भिद्य निर्गतः सहस्रोर्वङ्घ्रिभावक्षः सहस्रानन शीर्षवान् यस्यैहावयवैर्लोकान् कल्पयन्ति मनीषिणः कट्यादिभिरधः सप्तः जघनादिभिः पुरुषस्य मुखं ब्रह्म क्षत्रमेतस्य बाहवः ऊर्वोर्वैश्यो भगवतः पद्भ्यां शूद्रोऽभ्यजायत भूर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्यां भुवर्लोकोऽस्य नाभितः हृदा स्वर्लोकौ रसा महर्लोको महात्मनः ग्रीवायाञ्जनलोकश्च तपोलोकस्तनद्वयात् मूर्धभिः सत्यलोकस्तु ब्रह्मलोकः सनातनः तत्कट्यां चातलं क्लृप्तम् ऊरुभ्यां वितलं विभोः जानुभ्यां सुतलं शुद्धं जङ्घाभ्यां तु तलातलं महातलं तु गुल्फाभ्यां प्रपदाभ्यां रसातलं पातालं पादतलतः इति लोकमयः पुमान् ऊर्लोकः कल्पितः पद्भ्यां भुवर्लोकोऽस्य नाभितः स्वर्लोकः कल्पितो मूर्ध्ना इति वा लोककल्पना ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वितीयस्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः सदा सर्वत्र गोविन्द नाम संकीर्तनं गोविन्द गोविन्द नारायण अखिल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते. Though the time is up, we have completed the chapter. We are going to start the next chapter and keep, because there are two more hands who have not got their chanting chances, Sachiv ji and Patna ji. We will do your 5 verses, meaning we can see in the next class, so that the daily Gita is also not delayed. So we'll go into the 6th chapter, Atha Shashtodhyaya. Now what is going to happen in this chapter? Glories of the cosmic being. We are not doing the meaning. We'll just read first 10 verses. 5 for Sajiv ji and 5 for Patna ji. Brahmovacha.
Brahmovacha.
Vacham vanhermukham kshetram.
Vacham vanhermukham kshetram.
Chandasam saptadhatavaha.
Chandasam saptadhatavaha.
Havyakavyamritanannam.
Havyakavyamritanannam.
Jihva sarvarasasya cha.
Jihva sarvarasasya cha.
सर्वासूनां च वायोश्च
Sarvasunan cha vayoshcha.
तन्नासे परमायने
Tannase paramayane.
अश्विनोरोषधीनां च
Ashvinoroshadhinam cha.
घ्राणो मोदप्रमोदयोः
Ghrano moda pramodayoho.
रूपाणां तेजसां चक्षुः
Rupanam tejasan chakshuh.
दिवः सूर्यस्य चाक्षिणी
Divas suryasya chakshini.
कर्णौ दिशां च तीर्थानां
Karnau dishancha tirthanam.
श्रोत्रमाकाशशब्दयोः
Shrotramakasha shabdayoho. Shrotramakasha shabdayoho.
तद्गात्रं वस्तु साराणाम्
Tadgatran vastu saranam.
सौभगस्य च भाजनम्.
Saubhagasya cha bhajanam.
I think we can do only three verses because it won't fit.
Brahmovacha. Vacham vanhermukhan kshetram. Chandasam saptadhatavaha. हव्यकव्यामृतान्नानां जिह्वा सर्वरसस्य च सर्वासूनां च वायोश्च तन्नासे परमायने अश्विनोरोषधीनां च घ्राणो मोदप्रमोदयोः रूपाणां तेजसां चक्षुः दिवः सूर्यस्य चाक्षिणी कर्णौ दिशां च तीर्थानां श्रोत्रमाकाशशब्दयोः तद्गात्रं वस्तु साराणां सौभगस्य च भाजनम्
गात्रवस्तु साराणां सौभगस्य च भाजनम्. Thank you, Sachin ji. Padma ji, next 3 verses for you. But both of you just next week remind me and we'll start from you all so you get your full chance. Tvagasya sparshavayoscha
तवगस्य स्पर्शवायोश्च
सर्वमेधस्य चैव हि
सर्वमेधस्य चैव हि
रोमाण्युद्भिज्जजातीनाम्
रोमान्युद्भिज्ज जातीनां
यैर्वा यज्ञस्तु संहृतः
यैर्वा यज्ञस्तु संभृतः
केशश्मश्रुनखान्यस्य
केशश्मश्रुनखान्यस्य
शिलालोहाभ्रविद्युताम्
शिलालोहाभ्रविद्युताम्
बाहवो लोकपालानाम्
बाहवो लोकपालानां
प्रायशः क्षेमकर्मणाम्
प्रायशः क्षेमकर्मणाम्
विसर्ग फुल प्रायशः क्षेमकर्मणाम् विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च
विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च
क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च
क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च
सर्वकामवरस्यापि
सर्वकामवरस्यापि
हरेश्चरण आस्पदम्
हरेशरण आस्पदम् त्वगस्य स्पर्शवायोश्च सर्वमेधस्य चैव हि रोमान्युद्भिजत् जातीनां यैर्वा यज्ञस्तु संभृतः केशश्मश्रुनखान्यस्य शिलालोहाभ्रविद्युताम् बाहवो लोकपालानां प्रायशः क्षेमकर्मणाम् विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च सर्वकामवरस्यापि हरेशरण आस्पदम्.
Sorry, we had to rush through this, but we can extend today because it's still in Singapore and the daily group has to happen. We'll continue from here in the next week and try to complete the chapter itself. So we might extend a little bit. Let's end today's session. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om, everyone. Thank you for joining. Lot of homework to open.
धन्यवादः to you.
Thank you. Hari Om.
शुभरात्रि धन्यवादः.
हरि ओम
Thank
Hari Om.
you,
Thank you,
Varaji.
Thank you, Varshaji. Thank you.
Thank you, Varshaji.
Thank you.
Hari Om.